Yeah, this is a question I got often asked, and to be honest, yes, this would be my preferred
Sure.
way. That I find people here from our area. Um, since Corona, things have changed a little bit, and we already used to trust the people that they work at the time which is best for our customers and themselves, right? So you're fully responsible to plan your day, when to start, when to make a break, when to end. Since Corona, we also trust in people to choose the right working place. So when you join us, for sure, you will work at a customer's place, you will work in our office, and you will also work at home, right? So
Yep.
whatever is best for the customer, this is what we choose. And with this rule, this is a basic rule. There's some more rules, and they will help you to guide where you choose to work. Yeah, and when you choose to work. But this when is like this was all the years you choose when to work. It's obvious, yeah. And now we choose where to work, and it's obvious where you should work. When in your situation, in your project setup, the work with your customer. Sometimes you have to meet with people from the customer side, with your colleagues. Sometimes you need a silent space, yeah. And you can choose. You can come to the office and make an arrangement that you have a silent space, or you can say, "Oh, no, for me, it's better work at home." And then you say, "Oh, I need to talk to the customer. Let's go there next week. Do you have time? Yeah, I come along. Let's meet for a workshop in person because we feel this is the appropriate way to do it." It depends also on your experience already. Like
Of course.
if you're not so experienced, we think it's very good in the first week or even first months to be on site in the office here, to have a fast access, to also use time during lunch to get to know each other, to speak to each other, and yeah, talk about the business. Also for me, it's more easy when I have a little break just to go to somebody and talk to him, look over his shoulder. Yeah. And when you are more experienced, which means you are more familiar with this way of working, when you're not distracted from maybe things which happen at home or another environment, then it's fine if we do the same thing while you are not in the office, right? But our way is first I show you, you will see how I do it, or one of my colleagues or whoever is responsible for your onboarding. Then you will do the same while we are at your side, guiding you. And then as a third step, you will do it on your own. Yeah, this is these three steps. And since the methodology is SAP Activate, we have a framework also for implementation of projects. So it's pretty obvious what is your task, what is your next step, depending on the role you have um, in your project. Yeah, and then another thing we do, we meet on a regular basis. Everybody here, that's more about, it's not so much about onboarding, but it's part of onboarding too. And that we have excuse me, that we have a so-called coffee corner. So every morning, it's like a daily in the agile project work, or yeah, I want to be available. We want to be available for everybody. So on a regular basis, we have meetings. We call them coffee corner. You can go there, and for sure you will meet colleagues, and you will be able to ask them things. I mean, you can always make an appointment and try to call somebody, but most time of the days, all team lights are red. So when can you talk to your colleagues or to your team lead? So there's special times where you have which we have reserved for an informal meeting. Yeah. And we
Junior,
also offer training, of course, but this is always on individual agreement. It depends on what you need. This could be an in-house training. When it comes to global trade management, it definitely is. But if you need to update your knowledge with regards to materials management or sales or distribution, then you can also go to a training, SAP training, or you can read a book. Depends on what your way of learning is best for you. We have all systems available here. You will get active access to the newest and to the oldest SAP ECC S/4HANA system you can think of. And you will have time, personal time. That's also part of our company culture. Yes, we make a plan for the year, and yes, we talk about how many days you will be at a customer's place, responsible for the company's turnover, but there's also time for you on a personal base where you can choose what you want to do. Yeah, like in an agreed environment. Like if you as a developer you say, oh, I think this new technology, this is interesting for the company. I would like to try it out. Then there can be time for you to try it out, and afterwards report and make a talk, internal talk, and explain to others what you have found out. Or if you think there is an interesting meeting from the German-speaking user group, then you go to this meeting, and then you afterwards, if there's something for the company, you let your colleagues know. So it's more, we trust more in the individual to know what is best for the company and himself. And again, if you're not so experienced, if you're a newbie, then we will guide you to this. Then we will make suggestions. Look, this looks interesting. Don't you want to be the one to go there? And if you're more experienced, then the expectation would be that your own responsibility to these things. We are here a team which trusts in each other and knows each other very well, without being too private. It's like in sports, we compare ourselves with a sports team. Like where we want to be the best team, playing the best strategy. And so you have to know each other very well, what one can do and which one can't. And in other companies, sometimes I've experienced people draw back and they are more aside. So here I would say everybody is respected and as a full team member and trusted as well, whether you're newbie or you're a senior. And we are all on the same, can you say so in English, on the same eye level. But of course, we have not only this coffee corner, but every month we have a 2 hours meeting where I share about the different projects which are going on, what are our marketing and sales activities. We discuss how we can improve the team. We discuss what should be our new next team activity. It's like every quarter of the year, more or less. We have a team activity where we are outdoor. We rent a boat and we do a harbor trip, or we go on the lake for some stand-up paddling, or we go to a musical or to a variety, or Hamburg as a metropolitan town is very rich of different cultural and sports activities. Get out of the office, do something together which has nothing to do with computer science or SAP stuff, but just to be together as a group, as a team once a year, also with the families. You can bring your kids if you have some. This is how we want to grow together as a team. We are now 7 persons. I would love it to be bigger. This is why we have put up these jobs. But it's difficult. We are living in difficult times. And as I said, we understand ourselves as a sport team and we won't take just anybody. So we want to have the right person. Yes. As I already mentioned, I don't expect anybody to know about global trade management. But if you bring knowledge in the area of materials management or sales and distribution, that would be perfect to become a GTM consultant. Yeah? And if you look up the jobs we're looking for, we're also looking for somebody who knows with finance and controlling, because this is also a skill you must have if you want to run projects on your own. And yeah, I would also love to have somebody at my team who knows about settlement management. But until I don't have anybody, then I cooperate with other consultancies and get my personnel from them for my projects. In general, there are so two kind of consultants. Like one is more technology focused, programmers in a wider sense, yeah, people which deal with the configuration and the management of SAP systems, what we call basis consultants, or interfaces, integrations, these kind of consultancy. And then there's the functional consultancy, which deals with all kinds of questions of business. How is the business process designed? How do you calculate things? How do you post things? What are legal requirements? And I think it would be also good if you find out what is your main interest, and then, yeah, focus on that. Not everybody can know everything and can do it. As the time passes by, you get more experience, then you're in a higher level, then you will get more responsibility and could be more in a leading position within the projects. And of course, your money will also rise. And but it needs some time. It's like an S/4HANA implementation can be this is 1 year, can be this is 3 years. And I think you, as a consultant, at least once in a lifetime, you should have such an experience being in such an implementation project from the very beginning until the very end. Yes, with my company, it's quite easy. In the career corner, we have some job descriptions on our webpage. There are others. Just go through them, and if you think this fits for you, just write me an email at jobs@adventas.de, and we can on very short notice just find out if this suits or not. And yeah, in general, I think if you are new into the job, this is the most difficult situation because you need somebody to give you a chance. And yeah, to convince somebody is that you must be really motivated and want this. And maybe you have already been at some trainings. This is always good to show initiative, to go to trainings. Today there are more learnings for free than ever. You could use this. Yeah, and then of course you need a good portion of luck. That's it.